Raise your hand if you've ever sat down to work and ended up watching videos for 3 hours instead. Yeah, same. But here's the thing. Procrastination isn't laziness. It's not a character flaw. It's not even really about time. It's about how your brain handles discomfort. And once you see that, stopping it becomes surprisingly simple. Here's what's actually happening. When you look at a task your brain doesn't want to do, it triggers something called task aversion. Your brain reads the task as a threat, not a physical threat, an emotional one, boredom, frustration, self-doubt, maybe fear of failing. Your brain doesn't care if the task is important. It just wants the discomfort gone. So it offers you an exit. Your phone, YouTube, anything easier. And the second you take that exit, your brain rewards you with relief. That relief is the trap, because now your brain has learned something. Avoiding that task feels good. So next time the task appears, your brain runs the same move. Avoid. Feel relief. Repeat. That's the loop. Most people try to break the loop with motivation. They wait until they feel ready, until the conditions are right, until inspiration hits. It never does. Motivation is a feeling. Feelings come and go. You cannot build a system on a feeling. What actually breaks the loop is something much smaller than motivation. It's called a starting ritual. Not a routine. Not a schedule. Just one tiny action that signals to your brain that work is starting now. Some people make coffee. Some people open the document and write one sentence. Some people set a 10-minute timer and say out loud, "I'm working for 10 minutes." It sounds almost too simple. But here's why it works. Your brain's resistance is highest before you start. The moment you take one physical action toward the task, the resistance drops. Not because the task got easier, because your brain got evidence that you can handle it. There's a second piece to this. The task itself is probably too big. When your brain looks at a huge task, it doesn't see a task. It sees a wall. And nobody wants to run at a wall. So you need to make the task smaller than your brain's threat detector can pick up. Instead of write the report, you say open the document. Instead of go to the gym, you say put on your shoes. Instead of clean the whole apartment, you say pick up 5 things. That's it. 5 things. Your brain looks at that and goes, fine, I can do 5 things. And once you're moving, momentum takes over. Every small action makes the next one easier. This is not motivation. This is physics. Objects in motion stay in motion. The third piece is the one nobody talks about. Your environment is making procrastination easy. If your phone is next to you, you will pick it up. Not because you're weak, because your brain is efficient. It takes the easiest path available, so you need to make distraction harder than work. Phone in another room. Notifications off. One tab open. That's it. You're not fighting willpower. You're designing a space where starting is the path of least resistance. So here's what this actually looks like in practice. You sit down, you do your starting ritual, you shrink the task to something embarrassingly small, and you've already removed the distractions before you sat down. Your brain has no exit. So it works, not because you became a different person, because you stopped giving your brain an easier option. Most people think procrastination is a motivation problem, but now you know it's actually a design problem. You weren't broken, your environment was. Comment below, what's your starting ritual going to be?